Undead Blocks postponed their official launch, their NFT collections reached all-time lows alongside with their Undead token, and there hasn't been a tournament in months. And these tragic events raise the question, is it still worth to play Undead Blocks in 2023? And you are watching the Crypto Herd, I'm Bruno, and today we're going to review Undead Blocks in 2023. And as always, we're going to analyze the project from two different angles. Undead Blocks as just a game and Undead Blocks as a Web3 project. So I do think that Undead Blocks as a game is one of the best shooters that there is in Web3. Personally, I can play it for like 1-2 hours in a row without getting tired, especially now with the new update where they've added the unlimited waves, a new boss, new weapons, a new character, and now that you can also play with a friend in the new duo game mode. So I would say that it still lacks a bit of content, but that is to be expected because, guys, Undead Blocks is in beta and it's not fully developed. On top of this, recently they've added that they're going to launch this game on mobile and browser. And guys, that's going to be huge for the project. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, mobile is the platform with more gaming users that there is. So that's gonna bring a lot of new players to the ecosystem. Now, what about Undead Blocks as a Web3 game? Is its economy sustainable in the long term? Well, accordingly to the team, Undead Blocks is bringing back play to earn. So they're quite confident when it comes to their game as a Web3 project. If you actually take a look into their NFT collection, Undead Blocks Genesis Weapons, and this is one of the collections that has the NFTs that are going to allow players to earn every day in Undead Blocks in a special VIP game mode. It's at all-time lows. But I believe that the reason why this is at all-time lows is because of the fact that we are in a crypto winter to begin with, and the second reason is that these NFTs still don't have any utility. These NFTs are only going to have utility when they release the game on February the 28th, and I believe that is the reason why their price is so low right now. When it comes to their Undead token, I think it's exactly the same. The token still has barely any utility. Before it had utility in the stake to mint program, but since they finished with that program, now Undead is only used for governance. And guys, no one wants to spend money in a token to vote on the next pistol skin, okay? No one cares about it. Or maybe they care, but people are not willing to spend money on governance nowadays, okay? And that's why it's so low. But just like the NFTs, once they release the game on February the 28th, this token is going to have new utility. And I believe that will increase both the price of the token and of the NFTs. Then when it comes to its economy and the way it works, I mean, theoretically it makes sense because basically they're going to pay NFT holders. So NFT holders are the only ones that can earn in this game with money they get from sponsorships, which is exactly the same way how they've paid tournament participants during the summer. And guys, during the summer they've paid more than $100,000 to tournament participants, and that's huge if you consider that we are in a full bear market. So I'm actually quite confident when it comes to the ability of the team to bring liquidity to the ecosystem. Then the way they're going to pay NFT holders is through gold Z-Bucks, which is an in-game currency pegged to 10 cents of a dollar. So this means that this as an in-game currency is not gonna suffer any market fluctuations, okay? It's always going to be worth 10 cents, and that's a positive sign. Then when it comes to the NFTs, they have a limited supply of 6,500 NFTs, where right now only around 3,500 are in the hands of players. The other NFTs are in the hands of the team, and they're probably going to deliver these NFTs through loot coffins, which are some assets that they're selling that might have a skin, or if you're really lucky might have one of these weapon loadouts. So if you actually add the fact that there's a limited supply of NFTs and there's no breeding in this game like in other Web3 games, and they're paying out to players in an in-game currency that's going to have utility in the game, this means that not everyone is going to swap their gold Z-Bucks by other cryptocurrencies and cash out. If you actually combine these two factors, This creates the possibility for the team to know every day exactly how much liquidity might exit the ecosystem. So personally, I like these tokenomics, I think they might work in the future, and if Undead Blocks succeeds as a Web3 project, it will be served as a model to other play and earn games. So now, the question that many people have been asking in the community, which is how much are NFT holders going to be able to earn every day? Well, accordingly to Grant Hasley, the executive director of Undead Blocks, the daily reward pool is going to be a 4-digit pool. So this means that this pool is going to have from $1,000 to $9,999 for players to get every day in rewards in this VIP mode. So personally, I think that since we are in a bear market, it's more likely that it's going to be around $1,000 or $2,000, but that will depend entirely on the sponsorship deals that the team gets and also on the loot coffin sales, which is the way that the team is going to use to feed this daily pool. So now we should have enough information to answer the question of the video. Is it still worth to play Undead Blocks in 2023? The answer is yes. Actually, Undead Blocks is the best zombie shooter that there is in Web3 gaming. It has barely any competitors as a zombie shooter. The only game that might be a direct competitor is Zombify on the BNB Smart Chain, but this game is like in alpha and it's ages behind Undead Blocks. So I would say that if you're into zombie shooters, Undead Blocks is without any doubt the best game to play in Web3 right now. Then when it comes to its economy, it's still too early to say if it will work or not. We're going to have to wait for the full game release on February the 28th. But personally, I like their economical model and I'm quite confident in the team behind the project. Now, what about big time? Is it still worth to play in 2023? Well, make sure you check the latest video I've done about it to find out. Thanks for watching and see you in the metaverse.